Thank you for joining us here at the First Alert Desk on Atlanta News First Plus. As you can see, a live look outside, a little warmer than usual. If you have stepped outside already this morning, we hope your day is off to a good start. This is Catch Up Quick. So let's get you caught up on the stories making headlines this Tuesday morning. I want to start by taking you out to Cobb County, where we have been following a house fire that has just devastated a family. 2 people are in the hospital and their dog is dead. That massive fire breaking out overnight. Atlanta News First Don Shipman is with the First Alert Breaking News Tracker with the latest details.
The people who live here are going to be okay. They were rushed to the hospital for smoke exposure. And here's the thing with all of this. It was a pretty tense situation when firefighters first arrived because they thought that those people were trapped inside the house. So they went in searching. And take a look at what's left of the house. Specifically, look at the roof right there. The majority of it is caved right in.
The initial units got on scene. It was well involved.
Those flames shooting out of the roof. It took some time for crews to get this fire under control too. The fire breaking out shortly after 11 p.m. Fire officials telling us that the fire was climbing up the back of the house from the basement and into the roof. Daylight now giving us a better idea of the damage to this big house along Greenfitch Court. Many of the windows blown out. It's been hours since the fire, and you can still smell some of the smoke in the air. Right now, the cause is under investigation, but fire officials have a good idea of where and how the fire started.
The fire appears to have started in the basement. The resident states that he had a space heater plugged up behind his couch downstairs, and he believes that might be the cause.
And back here now you can see that you can look right into the house. Restoration folks will be arriving soon to board up the house. As for those dogs, 1 dog was killed, another dog managed to escape. We're here in Cobb County. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.
And police in Cobb County have a person of interest after a woman was found dead inside of her home. Police say they discovered a woman's body inside of a home on Evian Way in Kennesaw while performing a welfare check. Police have not released the woman's name or said how she died. They did tell us there's currently no danger to the public connected to the case, but that investigation continues. We're going to let you know the latest developments and any new details we learn on AtlantaNewsFirst.com and in the free Atlanta News First app. All right, let's talk about something that is impacting pretty much every resident in DeKalb County. DeKalb leaders will vote today to fix its aging water system, but that could come at a cost to taxpayers. Atlanta News First Blake Devine is at the County Government Service Center in Decatur. He reports with how much this change will affect DeKalb County residents.
If approved, taxpayers would watch their water bills steadily increase over the next decade, yet DeKalb County leaders say these changes are necessary after several water main breaks and sewer spills, some of which we've witnessed this year. This is why the county is calling on its taxpayers to help shore up the system. In a few minutes, the DeKalb County Board of Commissioners will vote on this proposal, a 10% increase in water and sewer rates every year for the next 10 years. So if you're paying the current average of $70 per month, you'll pay $77 next year for your water bill. But by 2035, residents will be paying upwards of $180 each month for water. DeKalb County Commissioner Ted Terry says the county has dragged its feet for far too long. On the other hand, taxpayers say the financial hit could be devastating.
It's more financially prudent to just fix the problem than continue to put Band-Aids on it.
As far as this water situation is concerned, it's going to kill these people here financially.
The vote will take place right here at the DeKalb County Government Service Center as the Board of Commissioners meeting just started. Reporting in Decatur, Blake Devine, Atlanta News First.
And let's talk about schools, shall we? Some parents and teachers are demanding a hearing with state lawmakers as they call Georgia's school voucher program a failure. Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond reports from the state capitol this morning with why they want that program completely gone.
Just yesterday, members of the House Democratic Caucus announced a new bill that would repeal the Georgia Promise Scholarship Act. Now, what this program does is identify some of the lowest performing schools in the area, and students who are zoned for those schools could be eligible to receive a $6,500 voucher for a private school education. After releasing an initial list of troubled schools in December, the list was pulled several times as schools were removed and added. And now some parents are calling on lawmakers to hear the bill and use the estimated $144 million from those vouchers to invest in public schools. And Republican Education Chairman Chris Irwin says he will hear them out.
Taking a voucher and diverting it into a private school system does not provide an adequate pathway into positive outcomes.
I'm definitely willing to listen to any group on what we can do for what's best for our children.
Roughly 400,000 students are eligible, which was more than anticipated, and the approved applicants would receive their money before the beginning of this upcoming school year. At the state capitol, Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
And this is Atlanta News First Plus, so we're keeping you up to date with everything that is happening in our community. Starting with later this evening, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens is going to lay out his vision for the city's future. The mayor's annual State of the City address is scheduled for 6 p.m. at the Woodruff Arts Center in Northeast Atlanta. Now, since taking office back in 2022, the mayor has made it his mission to create affordable housing in the city. Last year, several rapid housing projects opened up here in Atlanta, and the mayor's office says the goal is to build or preserve 20,000 units of affordable housing by 2030. So you can imagine that is going to be a key conversation later tonight. We will stream that for you right here on Atlanta News First Plus, but we have a whole Tuesday to get to before tonight's address, and it is beautiful weather outside, some warming temps, which has been a nice change if I do say so myself. First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi joining me now to break down the weather ahead.
Yeah, just gorgeous weather. If you like the warm weather, you are going to love the next several days. After freezing days, really, really cold. I mean, not literally freezing, but it felt freezing outside. We have a really nice warm up on the way, a well-deserved warm up. What you're looking at right now is the temperatures from the last 7 days. Do you remember last week on Thursday? Highs only in the mid-30s. Yeah, we're going to say goodbye to those, and I think we're all going to be glad to see them go. Yesterday, we managed to make it into the upper 60s, and it's only up from there the next couple of days. In fact, we'll be near record warmth the next couple of days with high temperatures climbing into the 70s, so enjoy it. Let's talk about what to expect through the day today, taking you hour by hour. Around noon, we'll be in the mid-60s. It'd be a great day to take your lunch outside, maybe take your work setup outside if you can. If you want to go take a nice walk, a little break midday to get a little burst of energy, soak in some sunshine, do it. It's going to be so comfortable. Temperature in the mid 70s, or low 70s, I should say, around 3 o'clock. And even at 6 o'clock, getting off from work, maybe grabbing an early dinner, temperature near 70, will drop into the upper 50s by 9 o'clock. Here's a look at high temperatures area-wide. All of us will climb into the low 70s with the exception of maybe the highest elevations of the mountains in Blairsville, up in Clay County, North Carolina. But overall, a really nice and warm day. The average high is 61, so we're looking at temperatures 13 degrees above that. Overnight tonight, lows will drop back into the 30s to low 40s, mid 40s for the city of Atlanta at the airport over in South Fulton. But overall, a chilly start to tomorrow morning. You'll need the jacket every morning. You'll be able to ditch it pretty much most afternoons over the next 7. So keep the jacket with you. Don't go putting it away. I know the afternoons are going to feel nice and warm for you, but the mornings will definitely stay chilly. Definitely a time to dress in layers. Very spring-like forecast on the way. Now, near record warmth again tomorrow. Not only today, we'll head into the low 70s, the record 78. Tomorrow, we'll have a high of 77, the record being 80 degrees. So even closer to record warmth tomorrow. It is a nice early taste of spring for us. It's feeling more like April out there the next couple of days. Now, we do have a small change to talk about beyond Wednesday, tomorrow. We'll have a cold front move through on Thursday. Very weak front. Our air is super dry out ahead of it, so that's not going to really allow this front to take advantage of any moisture. It might squeeze out a couple of showers Thursday afternoon and for that evening commute on Thursday, but nothing that is going to warrant for a first alert weather day. Not going to impact your commute in a big way, but you might notice a couple of stray showers out there Thursday afternoon into the early evening. This front won't cool us down all that much either. With cloud cover increasing, the breeze building on Thursday ahead of that front, that'll keep us in the upper 60s Thursday, and then our temperatures will briefly go into the mid 60s 60s on Friday before rebounding right back into the low 70s on Saturday. The weekend as a whole won't stay in the 70s. We'll have another weather system try to move through on Sunday. That's going to increase cloud cover a touch. It's going to increase the breeze again, and that's going to cool us down into the low 60s. So the weekend looks great, but you definitely want to get out on Saturday and soak in the low 70s while they last. It does look like they'll return eventually, but you just want to enjoy Saturday. If you don't have any weekend plans, start making them. And again, not saying that Sunday is necessarily a bad day to get outside. It'll be a beautiful day. It'll be seasonable, but Saturday, at least personally, the better day of the two, with highs in the 70s and lots of sunshine. Again, we'll go back in the low 60s Sunday. That'll be the case carrying us into next week as well. We'll be near 60 degrees. Models are struggling with how strong this next front is, how much cold air pulls in behind that second front Sunday into Monday. So we could drop that temperature Monday just a touch. Models still need to work on exactly how strong that second front's going to be, and we'll continue to update you on that. But in the meantime, enjoy the beautiful weather, guys. Low to mid 70s the next couple of days. Small rain chance Thursday. That's along a cold front, so that'll cool us into the 60s for a couple days late week. We'll go back in the 70s Saturday before another front comes in. Not going to bring us any rain chance. It'll be a dry front, but it could drop our temperatures back to near normal in the low 60s with overnight lows generally in the 40s this week. A few of us could definitely wake up in the upper 30s from Friday all the way into Monday, but you'll definitely need the jacket for the morning, but you can ditch it most afternoons this week. Gorgeous. No first alert weather days. That's always a good thing because that means there's no super impactful weather. Looking beyond the 7-day, it does look like maybe Wednesday, Thursday, we could have a front that brings us a more significant rain, maybe a storm chance. We'll be watching that for you. In the meantime, soak it in, all this beautiful weather, guys. All right, thanks so much for joining us here on Atlanta News First Plus. We always appreciate it. We'll catch you here next time, and enjoy the beautiful weather today.